the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live final round coverage of the Tiburon Championship.
Frank, it's just amazing what can be done today. Where you can build golf courses. On the moon? I mean, that's what this looks like here at Wolf Creek in Mesquite, Nevada.
And obviously it's an experience too that has to be played before you can thoroughly enjoy it, because you just wouldn't think this is possible. If someone said you can come out to the middle of the desert and you're going to play a phenomenal golf course, you'd say it's not possible. But as these holes intertwine around in the canyon area, just wonderful vistas, huge changes in elevations. Really, it's just a fun adventure. Ah, nice.
Looks good.
That's a ginormous tee shot.
Frank, what does the shot into this first green look like?
Well, it's back a little bit up the hill. Bunkers left and right, really the biggest concern, but a well-flighted shot to this three-level green will be well rewarded.
Can't hide the flag stick from that man.
Now the third shot at the par 5.
Great start.
Ready to tee off here at the second hole. Quite a view from up here, Frank.
Once again, big elevated tee. And it's hard to imagine you have a tee that high up, but that'll shorten that 445 yards. Obviously, it's a dog leg left. You've got to be careful of hit driver and two straight, because then you can run out. A nice tee shot in the middle there, and then you get a relatively straight shot into this sort of par 4 green, obviously going a little bit back up the hill. And once again, a little bit like that opening hole, sort of different tiers on that green. Try and make sure that you're on the right one.
Had a birdie here yesterday, in there close. Great opportunity for another one. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Frank, this is a player in full flight right now.
It looks too easy right now.
All right, Frank, describe the third hole.
Well, it's a par 3 with a bit of a tabletop green, Rich. Some bunkers right and left of that, but also it's going to play a little bit further. This tee shot is uphill, unlike the opening 2 holes. So a 3 here, and that certainly won't hurt the scorecard. Well, that was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back?
Second shot from the rough. It's on the way.
Great shot out of the rough. He avoided all the troubles just to get that on the green.
That was not an easy shot. He'll settle. Has this to save par. Par here's fine, isn't it, Frank? 383-yard fourth hole. Certainly not long, Frank, but there's plenty of trouble out there.
Yeah, this is very much a positional hole. This is not sort of tee it up with a driver and just rip it down and just find the fairway. You're going to have virtually just a short wedge, 9-iron really at the most into this green. And really, this is a good chance for a birdie. So 2 good shots, and you shouldn't be too far away.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Well, that's how you play the game, right there.
Birdie putt coming up. Had a par on this hole yesterday. Ooh, so close. Frank had the touch of a plumber right there.
Yeah, you'd like a redo, wouldn't you? Wake up, wake up!
Settles in over the putt. He'll take par and move on. We're in the desert, partner. I need water.
You're going to get it here, Rich. Par 5 second hole's got a nice stream that runs down the left side, as well as cutting the fairway. There's a crop of some 3 bunkers down that right side. I want to avoid that, but, you know, Rich, this hole isn't too long. Under 500 yards, not even going to play that long. So, very reachable.
And now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball's sitting up. You can bring it in high. You can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
Headed for the bunker, I think. He got away with one right there. Just missed that bunker.
Yeah, that looked like it was sand the whole way.
Shouldn't be a problem here. Really no chance to go in there. Birdie here yesterday. This putt again for birdie. Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just knocking in for a par, and let's forget about this one. Golf is not about perfect, but it's going to hurt the course.
Good putt. Frank, here at the 6th, where are you looking to land the ball off the tee?
Got to be careful here for the longer hitters, Rich. Driver actually might be too much. That stream that we just saw at the par 5 fifth hole, it also comes across here. So something that lands short of that, which is in the vicinity of... he's winding this one up. Does he have the power, though?
Just burning rubber right here. I mean, this one is taken off like a missile.
Just destroyed it. He's going to try and rip the cover off it. Rich, there's great drivers of the ball. We've seen Norman, Nicholas over the years, but that there is just excellent. Lovely full turn, plenty of power, and just piped it.
Made it look easy right there, and he's such a good-looking player. When he's dialed in, swinging the way he is right now, just a pleasure to watch. Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. Good chance here. Just drip that in.
Well, it's 4 1/4 inches. Use it all.
Frank, a very short par 4 here at the 7th, but not one you're going to try to hit off the tee?
No, unless you can fly the ball sort of 300 yards on the nose and stop it within sort of 5 or 6 yards, it's really too risky. This green is not very deep, just sort of 10 or 15 yards in depth. It's just a layup hole, but layup hole just it simply doesn't mean grab a club and hit it down the fairway. The best way to play it is to try and hit the ball right on the number. And what I mean by number, I mean the full shot yardage for your second shot, even if that only is a sand iron.
Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
So a long putt there and just didn't read it quite right. Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
That would have been a real bonus had it dropped, but as it is, good putt. These putts keep the round together. Never a bad score on the card. That's par. Frank, this is the kind of hole you like to drop a bag of balls and just have fun. Hit it all day long as if you were at the range. Unfortunately, you only get one crack, and you better be good. This is a tough hole.
Well, if you find the water, actually, you might get another one up there. It certainly is a tough hole, though, Rich. The stream going all the way down the left-hand side, or it wraps right around the left and behind the screen, makes that tee shot. It certainly makes you think about that tee shot while you're on the tee. Prudent play, aim for the right edge of the green. Nothing wrong if you just miss the green on the right, but miss the green by a yard on the left, you pay a very steep price.
Did the job right there. Set to round out the front side here at Wolf Creek with a par 4.
Fun hole for the big hitter, too. They can really take advantage of this. The last fairway bunker down there on the right side is just over 300 yards to get over it. And longer hitters could nearly drive it in the green side bunker on the right. So just tee it up there. You find desert golf for a reason. Enjoy it. Just have a little flick in here. A chance, too, to have a little birdie at the end of your front 9.
Probably going to have to hit one more club here, Frank. A little bit uphill. Well, this one should be safely on deck here. This hole really sets up well for the player. Birdie yesterday, and a chance for another one today. This hole's been good to him. Birdie yesterday, and trying for another one today. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Start of the back 9 here at Wolf Creek Golf Club in Mesquite, Nevada. Rich Lerner for EA Sports with my partner Frank Nobilo. Frank, tell us about the 10th.
It looks intimidating off the back of this tee, Rich, and that's because of the epic ridge on that right side. It sort of blocks your view, and you don't see the right side of this fairway. Once you realize there's a lot more room to the right, then that tee shot becomes a little bit easier. Now, also the angle of this green, you're going to see it sort of turn to the right there. So you've really got to be careful on where the flag is positioned on this green. If they put the flag back right, then obviously that's the hardest this hole's going to play. Flag sort of left of center, then this still could very much be a birdie hole.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
Par yesterday, now for birdie. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. We're here at the downhill par 3 11th hole. Frank, it's 215 yards from the back tee.
This hole certainly is not for the faint of heart. When you look at that tee shot, you think, oh my God, what do I do from here? But remind yourself, it's 215 yards and really only about 160, 170 yards to green grass again. But it's 215 yards. That should be the club that you're trying to pick. Green's big enough, just persuade yourself that. Try not to look at the canyon and the desert. There is a green down there. The hole is playable.
On the green, and looking at a birdie opportunity. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy. par 5 here at the 12th. It measures 560 yards, a sweeping dogleg left, and there is some trouble down that left side.
This is a scary tee shot. There's no two ways about it, Rich. You've got to get the ball in play because you can really rack up a good score here. The water very much in play. Doesn't matter what club you decide to hit off the tee. 560 yards actually is reachable, believe it or not. But you've got to get it on the fairway. You don't really have to be too brave and try and take too much over there. The other thing, too, to consider about is this green is nearly half the length of an NFL football field. It is 55 yards from the front of this green to the back of the green.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. That was just a gutsy shot right there. And a good look at Eagle coming up.
This is an awkward length.
Wow, Nate Siegel makes everybody else look sort of average, Frank.
And look at the size of that lead on the leaderboard now.
13th hole, and Frank, Wolf Creek is really kind of a macho golf course because you can stand on a tee like this and say, you know what, I'm going to take this one over the mountains.
And then, if you do, then you flip the coin. Is it in play? Or is it out of play? This is one hole. You realize you're in the middle of the desert, that's for sure. And one hole that you think, well, if I play this hole a couple of times, I might just get the hang of it.
Needs a pair of binoculars to see the hole. Oh my goodness, that one just rocketed by the hole. It's actually on the fringe right now. Well, Frank, this is something we've seen more and more of in recent years, players just on the fringe.
Yeah, it's good to see. It shows he's thinking. You don't just have to grab the lob wedge, and that's it. I mean, hybrid, putt, you name it, whatever works.
Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
Well, not going to make par here. He needs this to only give up one. Bad news is, Frank, that's a bogey, but the good news, still has the lead.
Can't afford another, though.
Frank, describe the layout here at the 14th hole. It's 444 yards, and what a beautiful hole.
It is, and it's a beautiful view. You see everything from the top of that tee there. It's a hole that keeps bending to the left. There's enough bunkers down the left there to actually take your eye. That's why you got to fixate on something in the distance that's a much better line than worrying about that wall of sand down the left side.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. So going well up the hill to that green, will need to take an extra club here.
This is definitely not going down the fairway.
It doesn't look good. I think it's going to be in the deep rough. Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
That's still not done. A good third shot, maybe get away here with par.
How good was that, Frank, from the rough?
Oh, that's amazing. That's a masterclass in short game.
Settles in over the putt. So has the par. Moving on to the next hole, and the lead, Frank, is very much intact. Now to the par 3 15th hole here at Wolf Creek. Frank, this is the shortest hole on the course.
And their version of a postage stamp type hole, minus the bunkers on the right side. Green elevated, falls off as you can see down the left side. Club selection is vital, but it is such a short hole. Very, very tempting, especially when that flag's on the left side, to still go at it. But you miss this green on the left, and you are going to be considerably lower than the level of this green. Now, just when you thought they might pick up one, now settle for a par.
That's good work. That's good par right there. From a short par 3 to a short par 4. Just 393 yards here at the 16th, Frank.
And when you stand on this tee, this hole looks anything other than straight. Goes to the left and comes back to the right. But if you can just fixate at the green in the distance, you're actually going to look like a relatively straight par 4. And that's the way the hole should be played. Those first two bunkers that you see, and just try and split those. Good tee shot here, and nothing more than a wedge left into this green. Simplify it. That's the key.
What a drive. Just tattooed that. Frank, downhill shot here. Will he have to take it just a little bit easier?
Yeah, be careful with the ball position as well. If you play the ball too far forward and try and scoop it, it's not going to work.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Oh, just a superb shot.
You're not going to see much better than that all day today.
See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie. Good putt. Now to the 17th, par 5 here at Wolf Creek Golf Club.
Yeah, dogleg left. Tee shot obviously has to be played short of that creek down there. It's still going to be a reachable hole, even though this hole's sort of around the 550, 560 mark. But because you've got to play short of that stream, it's going to leave a lengthy second shot, and you've got to get the distance right on the button.
Great lie. What a great shot. He has really hit it a long way.
Second shot.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Frank, that is how it's done.
Yeah, take a gross of those. That is a lesson in itself.
And now a chance for eagle. Yes, this putt for eagle. Good roll. So 2 holes left to play. Now the final par 5 on the course, 562 yards, the 17th.
The drive looks relatively straightforward. And I say that because there's a little creek down there that obviously you have to stay short of. But that's the fun part. They want to keep you back in an area where you go, can I hit the second shot across the stream, across the water, and still keep it on the green? And the answer is, it's fine.
Frank, you've played all over the world in different conditions. How much did you enjoy desert golf?
Rich, once I got to understand elevation changes and obviously the thinner air that the desert golf provides, then it became really enjoyable. But at first, it's just getting used to how far that ball flies. And I'm not just talking about the drive, I'm talking more about the scoring process. Once you get over that hurdle, then it's a great experience.